Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
Steph, what's up?
Hey, I'm actually calling for my daughter. She's had a lot of problems. A little nervous because I know I'm being recorded. Anyway, calling
Okay.
about my daughter because she's seriously been having problems for years,
All right.
years and years, and she's self-diagnosed, if you will,
All right.
with what is it?
Okay, gluten, if it's what you told
Gluten,
Dave. Yeah, all right.
gluten problems because she said she has she gets like chest pains and she feels like she's having a heart attack.
All right.
She's actually at work today and has called me and said to be on standby to take her to the hospital. And I'm just
All right.
I just can't take this anymore. I don't, and the doctors are telling her she's crazy, and I kept, I started telling her the last time she was hospitalized for a week, and they didn't know what was wrong with her, and I said it's got to be something you're eating. So she is
Okay.
fairly certain that she can't have any alcohol at all
All right.
because she's not a drinker, but she had 2 drinks of whatever these drinks are kids can get now. I don't know if it's Red Bull or what it is. That like
How old is she?
she just turned 31,
Okay.
but
All right. So there's certain dietary triggers that cause her esophagus to go into spasm. Is that what you're telling
she's
me?
had esophageal problems.
That's what it
but,
sounds like.
But it's not that. She has like well, maybe that is what it is.
Yeah, that's very
She
common.
gets like pain in her chest. Like she said, she feels like she's having a heart attack and her chest's on fire.
Okay.
But she also has stomach, gastric problems and stuff. And the doctors are saying, we can't find anything wrong with you.
Okay, sometimes you can have what's called a web, okay, which is a little bit of connective tissue that restricts the esophagus, okay, and it can be rather, let's just say, rather mild, okay, and then all it's going to take is a little something. It could be cold ice cream. I'd be inclined to ask her one question, and that's that if you take some ice cream, an ice cream cone that's too cold, and you swallow it, does that trigger this? Okay, and if the answer is yes, okay, and this is not an uncommon situation, then what she's doing is she's triggering an esophageal spasm, and you're going to think you're going to die. Okay, honestly, it is a miserable, miserable problem, and then it'll pass just as quickly as it comes on. Now, not being able to chat with her directly, what I'm going to suggest that you do is this. Okay, contact her family doc, or have her contact the family doctor, and have them get her something called viscous lidocaine. Now, viscous lidocaine is a thick, syrupy local anesthetic. Okay, and you can get it in different concentrations. It really doesn't even matter what the concentration is, frankly. But the one that I prefer is a 4% concentration, and you cut it 50-50 with tap water. And when this thing comes on, what you do is you sip that stuff down and see if it breaks up the spasm. If it does, you got the diagnosis in your hand. Okay, if she has this type of spastic esophagitis, sometimes all you really need to do to deal with this is to keep the viscous lidocaine handy, okay, and that's all you need to do. The other thing you can do, and I'm not really crazy about doing this, and that's to use chloroseptic to do the same thing. But, when you're in a pinch, you'll go for anything. A little bit of chloroseptic. It's got 1% phenol in it. It's a topical local anesthetic, and you spray it in the back of your throat, swallow it down, repeat several times, and it will it will anesthetize the esophagus to the point where she'll be able to function. What this sounds like to me, just out of the chute, is either an esophageal gastric web, which is a type of an obstruction, and/or what she has is just a hyperactive esophagus. Now, what can cause this is something called herp angina. Okay, and you're going to go, what the heck is that? And what it is, it's like a cold sore of the esophagus. They come and they go, and when they come, your esophagus is going to be very, very sensitive to these sorts of stimuli. But herp angina is an old, really, really old term. The newer docs mostly haven't heard of it, but really what it is, it's a type of cold sore that goes down into the esophagus and causes symptoms very much like what your daughter has. So I would snag some viscous lidocaine. I keep it in my office, okay, because there are people that need this in a hurry. So I keep it there. It costs about $12, but you can get by with chloroseptic or chloroseptic lozenges in a pinch. So Stephanie, give her that advice. Let's see what happens, and then get back